If you feel like nobody understands you and nobody gets what you're going through, you're probably right. And maybe that sounds weird to hear because people are so used to going to like friends or family and seeking comfort outside of themselves, right? We're so used to going to advice and getting advice from people outside of us because we want to feel that human connection. Like we want to feel like, right? Like that's crazy, right? Or like, isn't it weird that they did that? Or like, am I crazy? Like if we're doing that, we want that validation from other people to agree with our feelings because sometimes it can feel like our feelings are like so much and they're taking over. But if you feel like nobody understands what you're going through, maybe you went through a really horrible breakup, maybe you got really betrayed by somebody, maybe you worked really hard for something and it didn't work out the way that you wanted. Maybe something just like happened that it's just life and you just can't explain it and you feel like you're trying to get someone to empathize with you, but whoever you tell doesn't really understand. That can actually be such a beautiful blessing and an opportunity to come back to yourself. And before you're like, what do you mean? Like, that sounds like BS. Like, think about the fact that you are such a unique human being, right? You have such a different upbringing, childhood, you have such different life experiences that like, even if you went through the exact same breakup with a person and then someone else went through that exact same scenario, you guys are gonna react so differently because you have different traumas, you have different upbringings, you have different childhood experiences, and you have different values, different thought processes. Like you are such a unique human being to someone else. So like even if you feel like this is my best friend, like I'm sure they'll get me, like, and they don't get you, they might not get you exactly the way that you want to. But this is such a beautiful gift because now you can decide like, I get it for myself. And if you have a hard time sitting with yourself with these kinds of feelings, like maybe you feel like whenever something good or bad happens, I need to tell someone, or I need to talk to someone, or I need the reassurance from somebody else. Like human connection is obviously a beautiful thing. Like it's great when you can have community and people you can rely on, but in reality, you have to know how to be there for yourself and how to sit with yourself when bad things happen, when good things happen, because sometimes you're only gonna have you. At the end of the day, you are your longest friend. You are going to be there for you in moments when someone else can't. At every point in time, there might be a situation that happens where you can't call your mom anymore. You can't call your friend anymore. And in those situations, you need to know how to be there for you. And that quite literally means sitting with yourself sometimes and deciding like, I am going to be that friend for myself that I am for other people when they need me. Or I'm going to be there for myself the way that I would want someone else to be there for me. I went through a really traumatic experience last year where I just like couldn't explain it to other people in a way where I felt that they could understand me. I felt like I could tell them exactly what happened, all the steps, and like because they know me and love me, maybe they can try to empathize with my situation. But the reality is no one will get it to the extent that I get it. No one will know how much it hurt, how much it changed me, how much it like felt devastating to me in that moment. They can try to empathize, but they can't get it. And for a long time, that was really frustrating for me because I felt like nobody gets me, like nobody understands me, and it felt really isolating and lonely. And then I recognized that this is such a beautiful opportunity for me to be there for me because at the end of the day, I know what I went through and like I am able to self-soothe and like have this relationship with myself where like I get it and it's enough. For a long time, I was trying to like tell all my friends and try to like get the exact wording or that comfort that I was seeking. But I realized like you can never search for something outside of you because it doesn't exist. Like your friend, your loved ones can try as best as they can to understand you, but only you actually know like the true extent of what you went through because you were there and because you have these values and these thoughts and these experiences, you know? And that also was a really big telling for me to show me how disconnected I was from myself because why did I really, really need the comfort of someone else to get through this moment? It took learning how to be that friend for myself. And the way that I got to learn how to do that is through really educating myself on how to be your own friend and how to self-soothe. Because for a lot of the times, I've always been someone with really big emotions, and I think that a lot of people can relate to that if you're a big empath and maybe you feel emotions really big. I feel like I would always try to like seek understanding from other people being like, can't you see like this is what happened or whatever, and like seeking comfort from the external. But I realized that we never learned this in school. A lot of times your parents don't teach you how to self-soothe, and self-soothing is such a critical thing to learn because like when something hard happens at work or at school or in the spur of the moment, like you're not always going to have those people that you can turn to, and you have to learn how to be there for you. And the best way that you can learn how to do this is to learn how to soothe your inner child. All of us have this little child inside of us, like the younger version of yourself. Like think like the 7-8-year-old version of yourself that kind of gets scared or gets triggered. Like when something bad happens, you get really scared or worried or anxious. It's like you can think of it as your inner child, and you can think of it as like your adult, like your current self, soothing and taking care of that younger version of you, because otherwise it can feel hard to visualize like how can I be there for myself. So you can put your hand on like your heart maybe and be like, hey, like talking out loud, like, hey, that was really hard, that must have been really uncomfortable. Like, I see you, and I know why that hurt you. I know that this situation hurt you because it reminds you of this situation in the past that happened. Or I know that really hurt you because I know you were really looking forward to this moment, and like maybe that person can't see that you were really looking forward to this moment. Like really learning how to comfort yourself the way that you would want a friend or a family member to comfort you, or the way that you would comfort another person. Learning how to do that for yourself is probably the single most important skill in emotional intelligence, because you have to know how to be there for you when inevitably there will be moments where you're just alone having to deal with something that's really difficult. Like at the end of the day, like your whole life, you're gonna be with you all this time, right? Experiencing all these things, having all these moments. And while it's beautiful to be able to share with other people, the only person you're gonna share everything with is yourself. So for me, learning to self-soothe, learning to like, you know, hey, it's gonna be okay. Maybe in public when you feel like you need to like have this sense of reassurance, but you can't necessarily like talk out loud to yourself, or like you don't want to do a gesture that's really obvious like this. You can like rub the side of your leg. You can kind of like rub your arms like as if you're cold. Sometimes I like to like rub my fingers together kind of like as a sense of self-soothing. Like how are ways you can try to like self-soothe yourself in difficult moments, because you have learned how to be that kind of like older sister or older brother, or that kind of like maternal loving figure to yourself. Being there for yourself in those happy moments as well as in those more difficult moments is going to create a relationship with yourself that is so beautiful, because now you're going to be able to just kind of be your own friend and be able to show yourself that kind of love and support that maybe before you were relying on people to kind of give for you. And this will help your relationship so much, because before you kind of put this kind of expectation of like, you have to be my emotional support person. You have to be able to play this role for me where I'm not going to feel okay unless you kind of articulate to me the exact support that I'm looking for. And like, people can try their best, but they're not going to exactly know what you're experiencing because they are not you. And learning how to be that kind of emotional support person for you and love yourself and show yourself that kind of kindness and care that you wish other people would show you, that will only teach you how to be a better friend, a better partner, a better daughter, a better son, a better human, because now you're not always reliant on how other people treat you to feel okay. You know how to be there for you. You know how to be your friend. And this is what they mean when they say like, you can't pour into other people's cups if like your cup is empty. Like you have to know how to love yourself and be there for yourself in a way that allows you to feel like you're gonna be okay on your own too. And like human connection and friendships and relationships are such a beautiful thing, but being there for yourself, it starts with that. The moment that you are able to be your own friend, be your own like caretaker, the moment that you're able to be there for yourself in this genuine, deep, real, raw way, everything else will just feel like extra, like the cherry on top. It will make your relationships with your friends, your family feel instrumentally more beautiful and more important and more just like colorful and kind and caring, because you know how to be there for you first. So it all starts from within you. And this has helped me in so many of my relationships, not only romantic, but also with friendships and also relationships with my family, because before it was really devastating to me when someone couldn't fully understand my emotions. And like, of course they can't, because they're different human beings. Like not everyone will feel emotions the same extent as you or the same way that you do, because you were all raised and grown differently. You have different values and morals, and you're just different people. And for a long time, a lot of times, I would have a lot of strain in relationships where I just wanted the other person to get me. I wanted to feel understood and seen by the other person, but it always starts within you. And like, you can't expect someone else to understand you and see you and be there for you when you weren't even there for yourself. And like, you didn't even know how to sit with your own feelings and your own heart and be able to comfort yourself. And it's not the responsibility of anyone in your life to know how to like fix your feelings. It's only your responsibility. And I wish this was something that was taught in school. And I wish this was something that you didn't need therapy to access or anything like that. Like for me personally, I learned how to like self-soothe and how to be like my own friend and how to comfort myself in difficult moments through the internet, through social media, through watching educational videos like this one. And it has changed my life so profoundly, because now when I have a little like rattle with someone that I'm dating, or something is not going quite right in a conversation on the phone with my mom or whatever it is, like I know in that moment how to not explode on the other person, or how not to like kind of make this the problem of like, why don't you get me, or like, why don't you understand me? Because like I get me and that's enough, you know? Like I've got me. I don't need someone else outside of me to understand exactly what I'm going through, because I get it. Like I get it for myself. And learning how to talk to your inner child and recognizing like talking to yourself like the little sister or little brother version of you, and being like, hey, like that was really hard, but you did that, like you got through it and it's okay. And it's not just being there for you in like the hard moments, it's also celebrating yourself when something good happens. Like I know that when something good happens, like you get a good job, or like you finally start dating that person, or I don't know, a good opportunity comes out of nowhere. You get so excited and you want to tell someone. Like a lot of people want to tell their best friend or their mom or like their partner and be like, hey, like this really cool thing happened. What would it look like if like you told yourself like, hey, that was so hard. Like nobody knows how hard it was for you to get this thing, or like nobody knows how important it was for you, which is true. Like your friends and family can be happy for you and excited for you, but they don't know how important it was for you. Only you know that. And isn't that kind of special? Because only you have this heart, only you have these values. Like only you know what it took to get here. Being on this journey back to self is such a beautiful thing, because the more that you learn how to be there for yourself and how to kind of cultivate this relationship with you, you will begin to recognize and see that life is this opportunity to create this beautiful journey that makes sense to you and feels good to you. Not only will you attract more aligned connections of people who wish you well, people who align with you, have not just the same interests, but the same values, that care about the same things, that just kind of make your heart and your soul feel full and warm and colorful and like hugged, is the moment that you feel more connected with yourself, because now suddenly everyone else around you is only adding value to your life. You're not depending on them to just show up in the way that you need them to, because reality is that we need to communicate as human beings, but nobody can be there for you in exactly the way that you need them to. On this journey of life, you have this opportunity to get to know yourself more, to learn more about yourself, but also become more connected to you by learning how to be there for yourself in the hard and the good moments. And the more that you feel connected to yourself by showing up for yourself in these little ways, in these big ways, and just overall just connecting back to the core of you, healing your inner child, being there for you in those moments when you really need it, life will just continue to expand in this beautiful, wonderful way. And you deserve to feel connected to yourself. You deserve to feel loved, but it starts from within you. I love to make these videos talking about mindset and heart and healing, and I started this on TikTok and Instagram. I make mostly short form content there, but I'd love to hear what else you want to talk about, what else you want to have conversations about. My name is Hannah. Would love for you to subscribe and follow along for the journey. Thank you.